Hi everybody, welcome to the Live Young Instagram show. Today is all about body treatments because your skin doesn't stop here and your elbows deserve to look 23 as well. So I'll let you guys start coming on. This is like your guide to treating every inch of your skin on your body like the rock star that it is. So hi everybody, hi for craft's sake. Today is all about body skincare treatments because most of us really neglect the skin from here down. And if you're noticing that crepey neck that happens in midlife, you might be just neglecting the skin from here down. But your skin covers your whole body. And so today is all about body skincare treatments, and I'm going to start off with the simplest of all, which is dry brushing. It's super effective, super economical. This is my favorite brush, no affiliation. This is Mio, but I like it because it's got these little nodules on it. So every single morning, you know what? I want to start with this. Just so you know, I figured I'm not going to do a skincare live show, especially about body or anything else, with any sort of spray tan, any sort of body makeup, any sort of facial makeup. This is clean, dry skin. I have one coat of mascara on, they are my own eyelashes, and one little thing of lipstick, and that's it. So skin is squeaky clean, no suntan, nothing like that. So I figured, how am I gonna, nice to see you too, Christine. So nice to see you, wow. I figured, why would I try to do this and show you guys how to do all this stuff to your body and then have a spray tan or hide anything? I'm not a gatekeeper here. I'm going to share everything with you. Hold on. Oh, interesting. So Denise just said, I've had doctors and plastic surgeons do around and what's good and what's not, and they claim dry brushing doesn't do much. It doesn't, but you're going to see in the whole arsenal, it's very effective. If dry brushing doesn't do much, I'm going to just tell you a little bit about what it does, and it's about consistency. So you start with your palms, right? This I do every single morning, short brush strokes, elbows, all of that. Think about what that is doing. It's exfoliating the skin. This is like less than 20 bucks. I've had it for a decade. It's exfoliating the skin, so you'll see like little dry flakes of skin fly everywhere. I do this first thing in the morning when I start the whole process. So many of you know, you followed me for a while. I'll go outside, get light in my eyes, brew my whole big thing of 40 ounces of green tea, come in here, draw the cold plunge, and I start dry brushing. So it takes less than 5 minutes. Exfoliation, lymphatic drainage. Lymphatic drainage is a fancy way of saying it depuffs you and makes you look fabulous. So it doesn't do anything in terms of like what a plastic surgeon would be wanting, would be thinking that is going to be something, that's parallel to surgery. It's not. It has to do with the health of your skin, the circulation, the lymphatic drainage, and the exfoliation. So that's it. It's those three things. Boost circulation, which helps with all kinds of stuff, getting nutrients to the skin. It exfoliates. You want to do it on dry skin. Exfoliates, which is great, right? Before you put anything else on and before you step into the cold plunge, before you do red light therapy, and everything goes towards the heart, right? So I would do it on the whole thing, even my neck, my chest, and I do the whole thing. Aim for the lymph nodes here. Same with the feet, all on the feet, top of the feet, bottom of the feet, short strokes going towards your heart. It wakes your skin up. It's like your skin just had a cup of coffee, really. And I can tell right now, just in what I'm doing, my skin feels tingly, like it's alive. That's because I've just scratched the heck out of it. So if you think about stimulating collagen and elastin, and waking your skin up, increasing circulation, sloughing off dead skin cells before you go for the big guns of products, it is a super effective, cheap thing to do. Another type of brush, so this is my dry brush. This is in the morning. my wet brush, which is in my bathtub, it's kind of still wet, I do in the evening. So I'm not using any sort of fancy soap or anything like that, but I'm using just like a Dove bar soap and scrubbing my skin. That's how you get it to where your body and your skin is behaving the way that it did when it was younger. We had better circulation when it was younger. Our cell turnover was better when we were younger. So this is more of a wet brush. I can tell a big difference because in a dry brush, the bristles are closer together. Wet brush is more like, you know, those old-fashioned things that they would use to wash clothes. That's what it looks like. But yeah, do you dry brush your face? I do. Let's see if I can find it. Well, it's just a whole drawer of hormones. Yeah. But today we're not talking about face, but this is the dry brush for my face. I cannot find this anywhere anymore. This is by Karma Mijou. I've had this again for a decade. I can't find where to get it anymore. It used to be available. But today we're talking about body. So if I'm doing something to my face, whether it's a retinoid or red light therapy or microneedling, anything, you can do that to your entire body because guess what? Your skin doesn't stop here. So if you're complaining about having older looking hands or crepiness in your skin, crepey knees, crepey stomach, crepey stuff, this is the first step, the no-brainer, the non-negotiable. It's just a way to wake up, right? So you can get this on my Amazon store, but you can find dry brushes everywhere. They're not expensive and they last a long time, okay? So that's the dry brush situation. Next, we're gonna go on to red light therapy. And I don't mean the mask because we need to do it on our whole body, right? But red light therapy has been around for a very long time, since the 60s. It is not new science, but they're finding that a lot of other wavelengths are effective as well. I'm gonna just tilt you guys here for a second so you can see my setup. This is my setup. So every morning after I do my dry brushing, my dry brush is normally right here. I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can pull you guys out here a little bit. I have like a bar over here, and this is like my dry brushes. So I'll turn on the red light therapy devices. I'll show you how this works. I have my own little situation in here where I've got red light coming at me from all angles. So I'll turn on the red light therapy, I'll start dry brushing, and my cold plunge is filling up. That is every single morning. Dry brush is complete, cold plunge, I step in here to do about 20 minutes of red light therapy, depending on, you know, what kind of stuff I need to get done. Sometimes if I'm like doing social media or I'm doing something like that, I will keep hitting it again and hitting it again so that I can spend more time in there. But I'm in there for probably, you know, 20 minutes every single morning. Hold on one second. Somebody just asked what mask I recommend. I have my own mask, you guys. I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing red light therapy and these skincare gadgets for a long time, so I found out a way that I can make a better mask. So this is the Live Young mask. You can always get to my recommendations for red light therapy and for the mask by just commenting red light, not here, but on any post that I do. If you just commented red light, it will get you the link to the mask along with the discount code LiveYoung15 for 15% off. It's wireless, like completely wireless. This is how you charge it. It's next level. There's nothing on the market like it right now. But it has multiple things. So here's the thing. If you are somebody that like, I can't afford these panels, or the panels are gonna be something that's like, that's on a wish list for 5 years from now. Take your red light therapy mask after you're done putting it on your face. There's nothing wrong with literally laying this on your chest, putting it on your hair for hair growth. I know it looks ridiculous, but it actually works. It's true. If you're, you know, have fine lines and wrinkles or crepey skin, I mean, I can't tell you how many different body parts I move this mask around on, but the good part is you guys are gonna be starting to hear that multiple light spectrums will treat multiple different things. And one of the things that I'm really loving for the body is green light. So you can, if you toggle all the way over here, and I'll tell you why in 1 second. Let me just get over there first. There we go. Green light helps I'm going to do a quick, just a tiny bit of science, you guys, this much. Bear with me, okay? The reason why red light therapy works is that light spectrum is a certain wavelength that when it passes through the epidermis, when it gets to that curve, it's about to curve around and make a new wavelength, it hits the skin at a certain depth. Every single light spectrum, when it touches your skin, hits your skin, there is an effect to it. Just like a UV light that we can't see, when it hits your skin, there's an effect. It hits the melanocytes, causes this chain reaction, you get sunburned, all of that stuff. It also works for all different kinds of light spectrums, depending on what you're working on. So a green light spectrum goes through the skin. When it starts making that curve around, hits exactly where the melanocytes are. Melanocytes are responsible for the color in your skin, but also for sunspots, hyperpigmentation, melasma, all that's coming from melanocytes. So if you've got sunspots on your shoulders, stick green light on it. I'm not kidding. I haven't, because it's, you know, I've got these in multiple places around the house. I have this next to the TV downstairs, and I will oftentimes put green light on while I'm watching TV or something, because green light stimulates melatonin production. It'll actually make you sleepy. But in addition, it works for sunspots, hyperpigmentation, melasma, anything like that. So if you have sunspots on your chest, lay a green light mask on it, right? Or you can get one of those big domes. I have the Swyrise dome that is multiple light spectrum as well. And oftentimes I will put that over my, if I've got like any sort of hyperpigmentation or anything on my thighs or legs or anything, I'll sit under that dome at night and then I'll stick this on my chest. But yeah, sunspots, hyperpigmentation, melasma, green light is your friend. So it's not only about red light. Now red light, it has all the good anti-aging stuff. I hate that word, but it has all the good stuff for aging skin. So fine lines and wrinkles, skin tone. So it does even out skin tone on your body as well. So when I'm in these big panels, let me see if I can move you a little bit this way. When I'm in these big panels, that's, if you're treating wrinkles on your face, why aren't you treating them on your whole body, right? So fine lines and wrinkles, skin tone and texture, hyperpigmentation, evens out skin tone, helps with circulation. So look, just twice already, without doing anything, we've increased our circulation with dry brushing and with red light therapy. Anytime that you're increasing your circulation, your body is functioning younger. Think about that. Our circulation slows. The extremities, we don't get as much blood flow in our extremities when we get older as we did when we were younger. So red light therapy has got a big place in my skincare regimen. It really does. Like it's a daily thing for me, but also the other light spectrums are a daily thing for me as well. So my main place where I play is red, near infrared, and green. Those are the ones that are most parallel with things that we're trying to treat when we're aging, right? So those discolorations, the splotchiness, all of that stuff. And like I said, you guys know, this is no spray tan. This is no body makeup, but I'm going to show you guys how to do that too. Because if you're continually covering things up, you guys, this is like, I had to get like really comfortable with like nothing, like just white as white. And, you know, splotchy, sunspots, whatever it is what it is, because you have no option or opportunity to treat things if you're constantly covering them up. If you're constantly spray tanned and you're worried, oh my gosh, I'm spray tanned, I can't dry brush or else my spray tan's not going to last as long. Stop spray tanning and get to work on stuff that you can actually change instead of just covering it up, right? So that's kind of where I have been living for a long time. Like if I'm going someplace or it's like an event, I'll show you, this is my spray tan. I love it. I do it at home. It's not a spray tan, but it's tan mousse. If I'm really at an event where it's like a red carpet kind of thing, or I'm, wearing a dress or anything like that, Westmore body coverage. It will cover everything, literally everything. It's like pantyhose in a tube. With this one, I still have a discount on that. You can, on any post that I did, you can just comment the word shop, S-H-O-P, shop. It'll give you a discount for this. Like literally veins, stretch marks, scars, hyperpigmentation, anything. It's like literally you put on, you either airbrushed your whole self or you put on pantyhose. So it's not like I don't use this stuff, but like this is waterproof. It will last for days. If it's waterproof, what makes you think like anything like a retinoid's gonna get inside there? It's not. No creams are gonna penetrate something like this. So if you use something like this, it's a one-day thing for me, and then I baby oil the whole thing off and get back to work on the things that I can change. If I can't change them, this is what I use. But I'm constantly doing stuff to try to see how do I make my skin not only look younger, but function younger. I'm just gonna scroll here, see if there is anything else. Okay, wait, it's okay to use red light on your body. Carmen says, is it okay to use red light on your body and then do a mask as well at the same time? Or is it too much red light? You wouldn't want to do, that's a great question, Carmen. I wouldn't want to wear my mask inside my little red light therapy alcove, right? Because those are still at the level where it's going to be covering my whole thing. But I do those in the morning for 20 minutes, and I'm always doing red light throughout the day. Not all day, every day, but if like I'm sitting there not doing anything and I see the mask there, I'll stick the mask on to treat something. And there's 8 different types of spectrums in here, so it treats lots of just tons of different stuff. And there's a whole brochure, which I don't think I have here, that shows you what all it treats. Yeah, I do. And you're gonna start seeing devices, you guys, that have multiple different spectrums. Keep an eye out for green, because green is literally, there's so many age-related things that happen with skin that have to do with hyperpigmentation, that have to do with sunspots, right? That have to do with damage that has happened in the past that is coming to the surface. Green light is by far the best spectrum for there, but this is inside the box. So you guys, if you buy this mask, you'll see there's multiple different purposes for each light spectrum. And each light spectrum, because of the wavelength, I'll just give you an example. Blue is like at 465, I think. Yeah, blue is 465. So this is a good example for this. The blue spectrum at 465 is almost like a squiggly line. So when it hits your skin and it makes that curve, that's where it's literally getting into your skin. It's very surface level. That's why it works for acne scars, for surfacey kind of stuff. Red at 630 is a bigger spectrum. So that passes through the epidermis and hits into that collagen production. Does that make sense? Green at 530 nanometers is a little bit bigger than blue, but when it goes into the skin, it hits at the site of melanocytes, and that's responsible for sunspots, hyperpigmentation, melasma, all of that kind of stuff. Even skin tone, green is the one for that. Okay, so you can use these kind of masks on your body as well. Let me go to the next thing right now. I'm gonna do this first because we're talking about sunspots. This is the Jove's Black and DPL. Ooh, let me get a drink. Hold on one second. I'm talking like a mile a minute. Hold on. If you really suffer from hyperpigmentation, sunspots, melasma, this device is very similar to like the IPLs that we used to have in the med spas. I think they still have a lot of those, but they switched over to like a dual light. But it targets the melanin in the skin. It targets those brown spots, the red spots. I'll show you a little bit. I don't want to put on those glasses. Let me grab these other glasses real quick. Okay, one sec. I'm just going to scroll, see if I missed anything, any sort of question. Not Afraid of 50 said, just hooked on red. And then what color? Then green? Yeah. Well, red, near infrared. I separated my red and near infrared. And the reason is because a lot of people can't use near infrared if you suffer from melasma, if you're Melasma is triggered by things like pregnancy, hormone fluctuations, heat, all of that stuff. A lot of times it will trigger melasma in people who are very susceptible if you combined a red and near infrared together. That's the typical mask on the market today. It'll say red light therapy mask, but it's red and near infrared together, and that, my friends, can actually backfire on you. So when I designed this mask, I separated the red and the near infrared, and I'll show you real quick. So that's the red. Near infrared is colorless. I did not make mine colorless. I made it pink so that you didn't realize that you thought that the mask was still on. I don't want you to think, oh, the mask turned off. No, it's near infrared, but I just gave a little bit of color there. And that way anybody can use that. If you are somebody that suffers from melasma, don't use the near infrared. Just do the red by itself. Yes, it will help with keratosis, yes. Keratosis pilaris, yes. Okay, let me just get down here. So Denise says, if you're going, let's say on a Hawaiian vacation and you're white, do you use anything for a fake tan or no, because you want to be able to dry brush daily? I will, if I'm going to be in a bikini on a beach at 57 years old, I'm doing a spray tan for sure. But that said, the second that I get back, that spray tan is off and I'm back at it with the dry brushing. It just depends, right? If I'm going someplace where I'm going to be in a bathing suit or not. Can green light help? I don't know what that is. Idiopathic gudate white sun. Oh, no, it cannot. No. Lorraine, that's a great question. You guys, once you have lost the pigment, your sun damage has gotten to the extent that that spot turns white. And I have them. I don't have a lot of them, but I have them. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe not. There's a white spot there, but there's a white spot there. It's hard for me to tell if those are white spots from sun damage or from growing up on a farm, because I fell off a barbed wire fence when I was little. So I'm like kind of covered with little scars. But that said, nothing can really bring that pigment back except potentially microneedling, which we're going to talk about in a second. So if you've got those white scars, you can, with consistency, bring back the pigment in those scars. It takes patience and it takes you being very consistent using a microneedling tool. I'm going to get to the end of this and then I'm going to show you this device. Oops, shoot, cancel. Okay, Not Afraid of 50 says, I like to do half an hour in the morning, red, and green at night. I do the green at night too. Do you moisturize after dry brushing? After dry brushing, I'm cold plunging. If you want really skin that is wide awake and functioning, dry brush first and jump in a freezing cold bath or a shower, and then into red light. It's literally next level. So when I'm doing dry brushing, it's completely dry. So I haven't put on anything. I wake up in the morning, go brew my tea, come up here, dry brush on dry skin. Then I go into the cold plunge, then I'm in red light therapy, and then I do the topical skincare. Make sense? Okay, so this is the Jove's Black and DPL, literally specifically designed, well, it can shrink pores too and brighten the skin, but designed for that kind of stuff, hyperpigmentation. It's not FDA cleared to use on the body, but sometimes even the people that design these things don't think about like, oh, where can we possibly use this? It's the perfect place to use it on your arms if you've got sunspots or anything like that. I'll show you a little bit how it works. It's bright light, right? And it will target the dark spots. It will target red spots. It will target, if I toggle this down, hold on one second. That's on brightening and pore. This is on redness. So I'm not kidding you. I will do this. I'll find like those little broken capillaries and get them with this. And yeah, it does help reduce those. You have any sort of little scar, little mark, that's a brown spot. I'm going to toggle this down to brown. Brown is the power. And I'll hit it like that freckle or that sunspot like 3 or 4 times. I love this device. So there's times when it's like, you know, you're watching TV or something, you can just bring this a device like this out and work a little bit on something. It's not like I do this every day. I probably do this device on various things once a week. Right now, it's kind of like whack-a-mole, right? I've gotten my sunspots to the point where, okay, I can hardly find them anymore. I had 3 sunspots here that were shaped like a triangle, and I cannot even hardly see to treat them. But that's not just this device, you guys. So I don't want you to think, oh, one device is like, that's the way to go, and that's the only thing that's like, I have to get that device because that's what got rid of Darnell's sunspots. No, it's multiple things. It's red light therapy, it's near infrared, it's green light, it's this device, it's topical skincare. It's a lot. It's a combination of a lot of things. It's like if you were trying to treat, or let's just say, for example, you wanted to lose weight. You're like, I want to lose weight before the holidays. You wouldn't just start working out more. You'd start working out more, you'd cut down your sugar, you'd start getting a lot of fiber, you'd start drinking a lot of water, you'd start doing movement throughout the day. You might use something like MetaHealth, my MetaHealth, which is a berberine that reduces blood sugar level. You might use sugar sponge so that when you're eating something, you're reducing the sugar that your body is actually metabolizing. So you'd use multiple different things to lose weight. You're dealing with something with like aging skin or just even sunspots. Multiple treatments are always going to be best. Not just, oh, one and done. That's it. No, a lot of different stuff. So now we can go to topical skincare. I get this all the time. When I work with clients, when I ask about their body lotion, 99% of the time, there's not one active ingredient in there. Not one. And what I mean by active ingredient is something that actually exfoliates your skin or is doing something besides just moisturizing. So I'm going to show you how I do this. These are prescription strength Retinoid. I did a whole guidebook on retinoids. How to find the best retinoid for your skin, because nobody's skin is the same as your friends or other people on social media, right? You all have, oh, hi, Lorette. You all have your own type of skin, and therefore the topical stuff that you use needs to adjust depending on what your skin type is. So this is a guidebook free on liveyounglifestyle.com. All the protocols and guidebooks there are free, but this is a guidebook with clickable links. I just printed it out because I'm analog like that. And I already have all the stuff, so I don't need to buy it. But these are clickable links that will take you to those products and find the right retinoid for you. So that's a free guidebook that's on the liveyounglifestyle.com. But let's just talk about it. When we're talking about retinoids, it is literally the holy grail of anti-aging skincare, because it's been around for a long time. There's nothing else like it on the market. And so when I say body creams that don't have active ingredients, let me see if I can pull some of these out. Excuse me, guys, 1 second. Okay, this does not have active ingredients, right? This is just cream, just moisturizing cream for dry, sensitive skin, no active ingredients. This CeraVe SA cream, that's salicylic acid. So that, for rough and bumpy skin, even if your skin is not rough and bumpy, what do you think this is gonna do to it? It's gonna exfoliate, right? It's gonna help with that cell turnover. It's gonna create younger functioning skin. You can get this at like CVS or Rite Aid or something. So SA cream is salicylic acid cream. And so this is something that I would say this has an active ingredient. Let me see if I have one more in here. This is Jose Marin. This is Pro Retinol Body Butter. So this already has retinol in it. This one by Skin Fix, I think it's Skin Fix. Resurface, AHA, BHA resurfacing cream. Those are chemicals, right? Those are the chemical peels. So I have a whole guidebook that's free on liveyounglifestyle.com, and it literally will go through all of the different chemical peels at-home chemical peels and how to find one that's right for your skin tone, your skin texture, your problems. Your problems are not the same as your neighbors. So when your friend says, oh my God, you've got to try this new viral TikTok, blah, blah, blah. And if it works for them, it doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. And it doesn't mean that your friend has the same skincare concerns that you do. Now, if your friend's trying to treat sunspots and they found it the new best thing to do sunspots, and you also have that concern, take the advice. Denise says, I use body lotion with lactic acid. Great. Hold on. Okay, so that's great. So this is a free guidebook, just like the retinoids are a free guidebook to find the one that's right for you. I'm going to show you how I economically use retinoids on my whole body, because these creams are great, right? To have like the retinoid already in there, that's great. But when you're covering yourself from head to toe, it might not be the most economical way to do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that with the prescription strength retinoid that you can get next time you go to Mexico. These are from literally, and you can ask your dermatologist to give you a prescription. That's where you would get this from. This is what it looks like. It's like literally I got these in the airport in Mexico. There's different strengths, 0.025. Again, refer to that, how to find the right retinoid for you, to know which one is right for you. But I don't really use these on my face. I have another retinoid that I use on my face because I'm constantly doing stuff, so I don't need the big guns on my face. Let me show you how I use these on my body. Okay, so I'm gonna do a 0.05. That's what I normally do. You would think, and I'll get a cream too, you would think that, you know what, I should do the morning thing. No, I'll do this first. You would think that like you'd have to use this whole thing to cover your body. You don't. Literally squeeze a little bit out, and here's how I do it. Hold on. Well, not that. So I put a dot here, dot, 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 dot. You see that? That's it. Dot, dot. I got that one a little too heavy. Right? So you end up with these dots, and then dot, and I would go through my body. So dot, 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 all the way down, just dot. I would say I do maybe 3 or 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on my butt, 1, 2, 1, 2, a little bit here, 1, 2, 3. And so what you've got are these spaced out dots. Get a little bit more there. You've got, I barely used any product, you guys. I've had this for so long. Barely used any products. Now, to do this, you'd think like it's not, there's no way it's gonna cover. And it's not. It's not gonna fully cover 100% of my skin. It starts to get a little dry and you're like, oh, that's not gonna cover any further. This one I got a little bit more. So that's it. You just let it dry, do its thing, and then if you want extra spread to it, you add a moisturizer on top. I learned something very valuable from Dr. Zen Obaji. He was like my rock star dermatologist. He's in his 80s now. But he taught me a lot about skincare. For those of you who don't know, I didn't go to school for skincare. I went to school to help you live longer. I went to school to help your skin shine from the inside out, right? With cold plunging, with sleeping, with stress reduction, with exercise, all those testings that need to be done, you know, to keep you healthy for as long as possible. That's what I went to school for. But I somehow, I bring people in with skincare and then I get them to live longer. But that's kind of been my journey on social media because everybody wants to know about the skincare. They want the quick fix of looking better on the outside. And yeah, there's lots of stuff that you can do on the outside, but also stuff that you need to do on the inside that makes your skin shine from the inside out. That's the Live Young method. That's the inside out, outside in approach to healthy aging, right? Looking and feeling and functioning your best throughout the lifespan. But one thing that Dr. Obaji taught me is that if you moisturize, even when your skin feels dry, which my skin doesn't feel dry now with that on, I do that every single night, and I will get in here too. In fact, I should do that. Hold on. I will get right in here in the neck. I won't go up on my neck because your skin on your neck is different than the skin on your face and the skin on your body. Your neck does not secrete oil, it secretes water. Your face secretes oil. Different parts of your body secrete oil, your underarms, like different things like that. Yeah, it's a retinoid. This is a retinoid. It's a tretinoin. It's prescription strength tretinoin. But what Dr. Obagi taught me is that if you're not putting on an active ingredient first, so in the evening it'd be a retinol, in the morning it would be a vitamin C serum. If you're not putting on that active ingredient first, you're creating lazy skin cells. Lazy. The reason is you just coated your skin. I'm just gonna put this on. You just coated your skin with all of this stuff that's like the body oils. You guys stop using them. Stop using them. You're creating lazy skin cells. Your skin does not need oil from the outside. It needs to be stimulated so it produces oil from the inside. And that's what Dr. Obagi taught me. He said, listen, we were in the middle of like some forum he was at, and he asked, what's the number one thing or I forgot what the question was, but something about what's the number one skincare ingredient that you need? And I said sunscreen. And then it was like, I forgot what the other one was, but somebody said moisture. And he said, if you are continually moisturizing the outside of your skin, it's signaling to your skin cells underneath that they don't need to moisturize. You got it covered. You're already slathered in the shit, right? You don't need to moisturize. So what is that doing? It's decreasing your cell turnover. Anytime you're putting on a body oil or you're putting on lotion without an active ingredient in it, you're signaling to your skin cells that you got it. You don't need them to moisturize. Don't do that. Have an active ingredient first that at least will exfoliate, increase that cell turnover like a retinoid. Then you can put on the moisturizer. So at night, wow, I really went backwards. I was supposed to do morning first. I kind of went backwards. But at night, that's my regimen, is those little dots all over, rub it in. You'll see like, oh, it didn't get to the back of my arm. It spreads. It spreads in the middle of the night. It does. It will get there. You ever tried to put like retinoids around your eye and you think like, oh, I'm far enough away. It's not going to get in my eyes. And then you go to the dermatologist, like, why are my eyes red? Retinoids got in them. So it migrates. It does. It doesn't just stop right there. It will migrate and move and kind of coat things in the middle of the night. So I always do that with those little dots. And then my favorite moisturizer on the top of that is by OneSkin. This is, I don't know if I've seen anything on the market like this. I'm just gonna put this on now. But this is OneSkin, which is an OS01 peptide. I did a whole show on peptides and how they're kind of like the text messengers of our body. They tell us what to do. This OS01 peptide really kind of helps to eliminate senescent cells, which are those zombie cells that create oxidative stress. So it helps to, it's not like it exfoliates, but it helps to rid your body of those damaged cells, your skin of those damaged cells, which then continues to damage the skin cells around it. So it's great in protecting that skin barrier, and it's great on top of an already active ingredient. Now, would I kind of argue that this is an active ingredient? I would, but it's not enough. You can do both. And it's a great way to spread out that product of a retinoid. You guys, don't forget your ears, right? You know how much cancer is on ears? Hold on one second. For craft's sake, I also love my body oils. I'm sorry, you guys. Listen, I could lie to you. Keep using them. No, I'm just telling you, it's like, have you ever seen somebody that's like addicted to chapstick? Like, they'll use it, there's like a little menthol in it, they'll use it, and then 30 minutes later, they're using it again, and then they're using it again. Body oils are kind of like that. You want your skin to be dry? Use body oils and then stop using them, and you'll see. That is a good, oh, I gotta write that down. That is a good way to determine how the function of your skin has changed by using body oils. If you use body oils for a month straight, what it's not doing is it's not telling your body that you need moisture, so that it needs to make it. No, it's saying I don't need moisture. I don't need to make moisture because you got it covered by slathering. Use body oils for a month straight and then just cold turkey, do without them, and you will see what your skin feels like. It's dry because it's not used to producing that oil itself. Does that make sense, everybody? I'm not afraid of, yep, if you eat bad seed oils, you will burn easier. I use olive oil and feed my skin. Yeah, I love that. What about lactic acid in my body lotion? That's a good chemical for a body. Yes. Yes, it's a weaker, I did a whole thing on the chemical peels, you guys, at-home chemical peels. It's on the website. Free, absolutely free. But when you talk about chemical peels, there's glycolic acid is like the big guns, right? And there's 3 major groups of that: AHAs, BHAs, polyhydric acids, PHAs. There's not a lot of that in skincare, but the number one thing is in most thing is glycolic acid. Lactic acid has a tiny bit bigger molecule, so it doesn't penetrate as deep. The bigger the molecule, and that's what this guidebook is on chemical peels, the bigger the molecule, the less irritation and the less that it goes deep into the skin. Think about it, right? It's kind of like osmosis, but not really. But you know what I'm saying. It's like the bigger the molecule, the harder it's going to be to absorb. And lactic acid is a slightly larger molecule than glycolic acid, and so it doesn't penetrate as deeply. Mandelic acid is even larger, so it doesn't penetrate. So if you're using like an acid peel or something on your neck, which I have them out here. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah. If you're using like a peel on your neck or so, like a mandelic acid is more for sensitive skin because the molecule is bigger. One of the ones that I like to use, azelaic acid, is also for sensitive skin. Paula's Choice BHA liquid. This is great if you're acne prone, you've got larger pores or things like that. But there's a lot of people, like you could use this on your chest. You get one of those cotton pads. You can use these kind of things on your chest, on your arms, on different places like that. I used to have a big thing. Oh, no. I used to have a big thing of glycolic acid out here. I don't know where it is. But to use like a little cotton round and use that on your elbows, your chest, on places where it's like your knees, your heels, anything like that. You guys have seen me do, maybe you have or maybe you haven't. This is that ordinary 30% AHA, 2% BHA. It's the one that's red, right? So it looks like it's really, it's very striking in social media posts. But I put this on my shoulders. I put this on my chest. I put this on the back of my arms. I'll use this on my knees sometimes. And you follow the directions just like you did for your face. You leave it on, I think it was 3 to 5 minutes. I can't remember right now, but you leave it on and then you rinse it off. So sometimes like before I'll jump in the shower, I'm like, okay, set a timer for blah, blah, blah. And I'll put this on and then jump in the shower and rinse it off. So just because chemical peels are, supposed to be used only for your face, or at least nobody's doing any sort of advertisement saying, that helps with elbows. And you know what? Your elbows deserve to look as good as you want them to do. If your face is looking like it's 30, your elbows deserve to look like they're 30 as well. And you can do that with chemical peels. So you can go to liveyounglifestyle.com, get your free guidebook to be able to do that. Okay, so now let's talk about, got a little cheat sheet here. Let's talk about mornings, because we did not get to that. So in the morning, when I'm in this alcove over here, how do you feel about castor oil? No, I don't. What is it doing for you in terms of your skin that is helping it cell turnover, increase circulation, increase collagen production, increase elastin, tighten the skin? It does none of that. So I know it's creating lazy skin cells. Denise says, I unfortunately am extremely sensitive to glycolic acid. It burns my face. There is a peel for you. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You might have to go with something a little bit less, a bigger molecule like a mandelic acid, but absolutely, well, all acid will burn your face a little bit. This doesn't tickle, but it's bearable, and it's on you for like 3 minutes or so, and you rinse it off. But if you're running around the room screaming and trying to fan your face, it might be a little bit too intense for you. So you go down to a bigger molecule, and that can be true for any place on your body, any place you've got crepey skin, any place where you're like, you know, there are sunspots or discoloration or anything. Chemical peels and retinoids are gonna be your friends. Just don't think that they're only made for the face. You gotta change that way of thinking, because our skin doesn't stop here. It's everywhere. Now, you would not want to cover your whole body in this at one time. Don't do that, okay? That's like somebody microneedling every body part at one time. That's a lot. That's gonna be systemic inflammation. That's gonna cause a spike in cortisol. That's a lot going on, so don't do that. Okay, in the morning, after dry brush, after red light therapy, full body vitamin C. They make this also in a bigger one. It's so economical because now it's in Target. This is Timeless Vitamin C. It's very, very thin. I'm gonna right now just put it over the top of what I got going on so you can see, but I wouldn't normally do this. So when I'm kind of a little bit still wet from the cold plunge, maybe a little bit still wet, I just do a couple little squirts like that. And this will absorb into all, like, it's so easily spreadable and easy to absorb. And what that does is, yeah, it helps with discoloration. It does, but it also is an environmental protector that accumulates in your skin. It's like taking a bunch of vitamin C pills. You take it internally, it's kind of the same as putting it on your skin. So I use this every single morning from head to toe, from head to toe. And then when you do it, when you still got a little bit of water on you from like a cold plunge, it spreads really, really easily. And then, of course, you follow it up with a sunscreen. Don't be stupid, guys. Don't like do all this shit to your skin to get your best skin ever and then not protect it from the number one thing that ages your skin, which is the sun. So I do not leave the house. I do not go downstairs without sunscreen on. I don't leave this bathroom without sunscreen on. But I first go get dressed, because you don't need to waste it. I don't need sunscreen right here, you guys. I don't need in this outfit, I don't need sunscreen right here, right? So don't waste the whole thing. Do your skincare, your active ingredient on your whole body. Get dressed. Whatever parts are still exposed, that's where you want sunscreen. Mineral sunscreen is best. This is by OneSkin. This is the OS01 Body SPF. It's a broad spectrum. It's 30 plus, and it's water resistance for 60 minutes. But I love this because not only is it protecting my skin from the sun, but it has the same OS01 peptide that the body lotion does. So it's helping with all the senescent cells. So it's protecting from the damage, it's protecting from a damage that's coming in, but it's also helping to erase the damage that's already there. Maria says they don't sell Timeless in the EU because it has an ingredient that's not approved. I like using it on my face, but as one needs so much more of the body, I'm a bit hesitant to use it there. I have found that it's very economical to do that, to do a vitamin C serum. You wouldn't do a SkinCeuticals. That's like $149 or $169 for a little tiny thing. When it comes to vitamin C, I'm going to show you something very important. It will oxidize. If you've got a dropper that you're doing a dropper, and then like if it's like this, if your vitamin C container is like this, every time you open that, it's getting less and less effective. You want a vitamin C that is completely sealed, no oxygen getting in, so that it just, that's it. You don't have to open it up. Let me just get this down here. Yep, everywhere, you guys. And then I would put on a sunscreen after that. But it spreads really easily. I'm telling you, I have clients that used to use the SkinCeuticals on their face. I said, switch to this and start using it everywhere. And it's shocking how many people are like, I am so shocked at how much better my arms got. Not afraid of 50 says, actually wanted to cut it off of me, but the castor oil worked. Okay, I don't know what that means. For the sunscreen, it is OneSkin. OS01 body SPF. I have a discount link for that, you guys. If you are wanting to see this show replay, the easiest way to do that, the quickest way to do that is to sign up for the newsletter, and the whole replay will be in your inbox on Tuesday. The whole replay will be on your inbox on Tuesday. For craft's sake, please send me that email again. I tried to find it the other day and I couldn't find it, so I'm glad that you brought it up. Make sure you send me a new one. We've had some trouble with some of our communication because one of my assistants quit. So we're in the middle of like catch up, but send me a new one so it's bumped up to the top for craft's sake. I appreciate you. Okay, let's see. That's the topical stuff, you guys. So morning, vitamin C and sunscreen, evening, retinoids, and a moisturizer on top of that. Do not use a moisturizer unless there's an active ingredient, or you're layering an active ingredient first and then you're putting on your moisturizer. Evening retinols, we already talked about that. Chemical peels once a week. If you picked a different body part and just like, you know what, I'm gonna do a chemical peel on my shoulders and my arms. Once a week, right? Find what the places on you that have that damage. But there's no reason, no matter what your age is, to have like crusty, gross elbows that are not exfoliating. You're not doing the work. You either got to do it manually with a dry brush, right? Or you got to get in red light therapy, or you've got to start putting some retinoids on those parts. Slap some retinoid on your elbows, on the heels, on your knees, on all parts that are crepey and all parts that have damage. Whether it's sunspots, discoloration, all of that, retinoids are, like I said, the #1 ingredient in all skincare that has to do with aging. Don't think that it's only for your face. It's not. I grew up on a farm, folks. I have been out in the sun my entire life until I got smart enough to think, first of all, I don't think I belong on a farm, so I moved. But I was always protecting my face. I was not protecting my body when I was in high school. I grew up in the copper tone era, you guys, where, you know, a tan line was a good thing. And baby oil was used to get out in the sun and get more color. So that is the generation at 57 that I grew up in. Now, I've spent a lot of time, not a lot of time, but a lot of research and time, yeah, and years of just like, in a consistent way, erasing the damage and getting my skin functioning like it did when it was 20. A big way to do that, you guys, and I'm not, when I say this, I'm not saying this lightly, microneedling. This will change your skin. And I don't just mean for your face. If you don't have my protocol calendar that shows you how I fit in all the stuff, microneedling, red light therapy, radio frequency, microcurrent, chemical peels, dry brushing, all of that in an effective way that creates a wave of collagen, much like we had when our body, our muscular skeletal frame was still growing. When we hit our mid-20s, we've hit our peak in terms of how big our bones, how tall we're going to be. And that's when the collagen starts tanking by about 1 to 3% a year, depending. So microneedling is an unbelievable way to stimulate collagen production. I do it on my face once every 4 to 6 weeks. I do it on my abdomen 4 to 6 weeks, my neck and chest every 4 to 6 weeks, and my knees every 4 to 6 weeks. And then I throw in my hands every once in a while. I'll throw in my elbows every once in a while. It just depends on what I'm working with. I've done my whole thighs before, but this is the Dr. Pen M8. This is the best device on the market today. If you would like, I'm also going to show you a roller, but if you'd like my free, oh my gosh, I give so many things away from free. This is the microneedling protocol. Absolutely free on liveyounglifestyle.com. It shows you how do you, first, safety, and the links to the pen. This pen right here is $2.99. You will have this pen like a decade. I just now, this is my old pen. I've had this pen for a decade. I'm not kidding. This is the M8. It just got to where I couldn't see where to dial it. So I switched to this, which has very, it's the indicator of what length the needles are is so much better. And then in addition to that, these cartridges, which every time that you do a microneedling session, you guys, you got to replace the cartridge. That's why these pens are great. It's because it's a sterile cartridge every time that you use it. It snaps on like this and you twist it. Another thing that they did with this M8S is it has a squiggly line around here on the tip of the cartridge. And that's very helpful when you're moving product around so that it doesn't get all clumpy. The old ones, which I don't have the cartridge in it, but the old one wasn't like that. It was flat on the surface. So this is the Dr. Pen M8S. Any post that I've done, you can go into that post and comment the word microneedling, and you'll get a link to this device as well as I believe all of the tools that I use. So the little silicone cups and the brush and the hyaluronic acid that I use with that, as well as the microneedling rollers that I use. Because sometimes I don't want to take a whole thing like this and be like, let me do my abdomen. Like we're here forever. So sometimes if it's in a pinch, I want to roll. I want to be able to roll that skin and create that micro trauma in the skin. I'm going to briefly tell you how this works. When you create these micro traumas in the skin, it calls on your body to come to the rescue, to produce collagen and produce elastin. It's like when you were younger and you fell down and you skinned your knee, that scab was formed. That is your body saying, come and heal me. Let's produce some collagen and close this sucker up. That's what happens when you're creating micro traumas in your skin. And yes, you can do it everywhere you have skin. This has been, between this and red light therapy and retinoids, those three things have been absolute game changers in my skin. I am very, very consistent with it. I am microneedling every single Sunday. It's just what I do. I microneedle every Sunday, a different body part. And so by the time that I come back around to my face, it's been 4 to 6 weeks. And that's like the exact time that you want to microneedle again. So when it stops, you produce the collagen, right? We made the traumas, we produced the collagen, we came to the rescue, we thickened up the skin. Do you ever see your parents or grandparents or anything like that that have like just this very fragile, very frail skin, especially on the forearms because it has the most sun exposure? Microneedling stops that crepey, thin skin. It thickens up that skin so that when you bump into things when you get older, you don't start bleeding, you don't bruise, you don't have that scab right away, right? What would you recommend for smile lines? Hold on one second, I got a question. What would you recommend for smile lines before 30? Before 30, well, smile lines are like, it depends, right? There's smile lines that are like nice smile lines, and then those that are like when you stop smiling, they're etched in there. Microneedling, retinoids, red light therapy. But the first two that come to mind when you're talking about an etched in wrinkle, microneedling, retinoids, and then protect it from the sun, if that makes sense. So if you guys are interested in this free guidebook that not only tells you the safety, but how to choose the right amount of needles and different needle lengths for each body part. So I have forehead, neck, eyes, abdomen, forearms, chin, cheeks, chin, jowls, lips, chest, nose. Hold on. Elbows, hands, upper arms, thighs, knees. Yeah, I do all of that. Not at the same time, not at the same time, but I do them every Sunday, and it just depends on what I'm doing at that time. It also has the post care and all the links for the post care It has the link for this device, which I kid you not, right now on the market, this is the best one. I just switched over. I had my other one for over a decade. They're really well made. In addition, the link that I have there for you guys is the authentic pen. There's so many different pens. Do not buy these on Amazon. You're putting needles near your face. Let's be smart about it, okay? Do not buy something that is like a professional microneedling device on Amazon, because chances are that it's counterfeit are pretty good. Pretty good. On each of these, with the link that I give you, either by you commenting microneedling on any post that I did, go back on any post, comment the word microneedling, check your DMs, my little robot will send you the link. Every time you do that, I will guarantee you that you will get an authenticity code on the box. It took me a long time to make sure I was dealing with the right people that would get you the right device that was not counterfeit. I can't tell you how many times I fell for the counterfeit shit. And you don't want to do that when you're risking putting microneedlings. So when I say comment microneedling, don't comment it here because it won't be an auto post, but once we get done, go to any post that I made on Instagram. In the comment section, comment the word microneedling, and then check your DMs. Like I said, the robot will send that to you. Or on my linked tree, which is, you'll see the link right on my profile. If you click that, scroll down, you'll see microneedling. It'll give you the link to this tool and to the guidebook, free guidebook, right? So it's safety first, it's all the needle links, it's the science behind it, it's the post care, it's the link to this device, as well as one of the rollers that I trust, the Gin Amber roller that I trust, as well as a stamp. All of them work great. You're not gonna get as great of a treatment as you will with this because it's a professional pen. But there's also a link for the stamps. Let me show you this real quick. It's gonna be a long show, you guys, but I'm nearing the end. We've gone through a lot of stuff already. Hold on one second. Oh, I don't have a pair of scissors. Well, I'm not gonna do it then. I thought I had a pair of scissors right here. Maybe I don't. Oh, I don't know what happened to those. Okay, never mind. But this is the stamp. So it also gives you a link for the stamp. It gives you a link for this pen that is authentic. And it gives you a link for the roller. So that's microneedling. I kid you not, it is one of the best things that you can do for your skin. And I want to tell you guys just a little bit about the benefits, okay? So, like I said, it creates microtraumas in the skin that call on our own bodies to produce collagen and elastin. It heals those and it heals them better. It does. So it's clinically proven to reduce fine lines and wrinkles, improve skin tone and texture, diminish acne and acne scars, treat new scar formation, as well as diminish old scars. I literally just now, or yesterday, did a microneedling on a scar that I have here. So it literally will help all of that stuff. I have seen it bring pigment back to those little white, the loss of pigment in your skin from too much suntan, where you get that little white kind of scar. I've seen it bring color back there. You have to be really consistent with it. Diminishes sunspots, age spots, reduces the appearance of stretch marks and cellulite, shrinks pores, and creates younger functioning skin. What do I mean by younger functioning skin? It means that your skin is active and working. You're putting on a bunch of moisture without an active ingredient. You're creating lazy skin cells. A microneedling tool, is the opposite of creating lazy skin cells. It's really calling your body to produce its own collagen. When I do this, however, because it wouldn't be skincare, body skincare, without talking about when you do something like this to create microtraumas, which call on your body to then come to the rescue and create collagen and elastin. Having the precursors to that collagen is super important. So that comes in your diet. When I do this, I automatically double up on my collagen. You can get this collagen again by my linked tree, but you can also just comment collagen on any post that I've ever done. So if in the comment section, comment collagen, check your DM, the little robot will send it over there. The other thing that I ingest that has to do with skin is, so let's just talk microneedling, right? So we just created those traumas. Then we are taking collagen because we need to make sure we have the precursor so we can build that back. What's our diet look like, right? Then I take a hair, skin, and nails, which is a collagen generator. It's not collagen. It's the thing that nourishes those cells responsible for making collagen in the first place. I know. It's pretty ingenious. So, and it's my product, but I've been doing this a long time, you guys. I kind of knew, like, okay, I got the collagen covered. But how do we know if we're stimulating those, if we're creating microtraumas, how do we know if a 57-year-old cell is going to be producing the collagen? So I stimulated and nourished those cells that produce them. This is the Live Young Hair, Skin, and Nails. You can get to this either by the website, liveyounglifestyle.com, or comment supplements on any posts that I've done. Check your DMs. There's actually a discount code of 15% with Live Young 15. Live Young 15. So good for hair, skin, and nails. No kidding. What is the brand of your microneedling device? This is the Dr. Pen M8. It's a very trusted brand. I did one better. I made sure that the link that I'm using, you have an authenticity code here. It's a little scratch off. You take a picture of the QR code, then you scratch this off like a lottery ticket, and it will, if it doesn't match, it's not authentic. How many times have you guys ever bought a microneedling tool from Amazon and it didn't have this? It's not real. It's not real. So I made sure that the links that I have there that are both in the microneedling guidebook, where to go? The links in the microneedling protocol, so that's all of those body parts, right? But there's links here that will bring you right to that pen. And remember, this is free on liveyounglifestyle.com. Okay, let's see, where are we right now? Hold on. Okay, microneedling, we talked about that, how it works. Foam rolling, I didn't bring my foam roller up here, shit. You know that little cylinder thing that collects dust inside of your gym or in the, it's not just made for meatheads that go to the gym all the time. Foam rolling will literally help to lymphatically drain, which we talked about that earlier with dry brushing. Foam rolling will help lymphatically drain, which is a more technical word than saying it will depuff you and make you look slimmer and more fabulous. But it also, those bands, those really tight bands that connect the skin with the underlying muscles, when we gain weight, then those bands pull down, which they get tighter with age, like everything. Our connective tissue and our joints get tighter with age. The same thing happens with cellulite. That connective tissue, those fibrous bands get tighter, so there's not as much give in them. We gain weight, we get that mattress effect. That's why when people get older, their cellulite looks worse. When you foam roll, which I wish I would have brought it up here, I'm so sorry you guys, but when you foam roll, it's super cheap. You can get a foam roller for like 20 bucks. That you can buy from Amazon because it doesn't matter if it's authentic or not, but get a foam roller for like 20 bucks on Amazon and roll out your legs. So put your whole body weight on it. I've done videos before on techniques for foam rolling. It softens up those bands a little bit, helps diminish some of that water gain, and it helps your cellulite not look as drastic. It's super simple, super simple. So when you're at the gym next, don't skip the foam rolling. I used to belong to this gym where it was all weight training, but it was like in circuit weight training. And the trainer would have us foam roll every single time beforehand. And I'd be the one like going ham on the foam roller and then look over and like people weren't really doing it. And I told the trainer, I said, if you tell them that it reduces the appearance of cellulite, they're going to be a lot more likely to do it. Than if you just said, oh, it's a way to stretch out your connective tissue. No, it actually helps with cellulite. Okay, so foam rolling supplements. Oh, we already went through supplements. Well, not all of them. We went through my hair, skin, and nails because that's really great to do when you have stimulated collagen, when you've created microtraumas to stimulate collagen production. Nourishing those cells is super important. We already talked about the collagen, but here's a different one. This is a game changer, you guys. For anybody who suffers from sunspots, hyperpigmentation, all of that, this is SunPowder. I put a scoop of that inside a big water bottle, and I drink this daily. Why? Well, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. It has astaxanthin in it, and astaxanthin, I have that in a pill form too. Let me see if I can find it. I do. No, that's not it. It's downstairs. Shit. Damn. Okay. Astaxanthin you can get in a pill form as well. So wait, somebody said, so sorry, is the device called Dr. Pen? Yeah, but you know what's the easiest way to get this? Yeah, it's a Dr. Pen M8S. That's what this one is. Go on a post that I made. Just go get on any post that I made on my main feed, and in the comment section, put microneedling. Check your DMs. You'll get the code. You'll get the link. You'll get all of that stuff. You'll get the link to the guidebook that's free. You'll get the link to the tools. Yeah, you'll get the link to all of that stuff. But it's the Dr. Pen M8S. I would not suggest going rogue and trying to get this somewhere else because, like I said, the amount of counterfeit devices out there is vast, vast. I would not trust Amazon to get the device. I literally source this in such a way that I know for a fact is coming from the authentic factory. So you can get that from my linked tree, scroll down till you see microneedling, or just comment the word microneedling on any post and then check your DMs. Okay, SunPowder, made by two very smart dermatologists. Astaxanthin, that's part of what's in here. It protects against UV damage. It protects against UV damage. It's like drinking your sunscreen. It's not sufficient to only do this and not use sunscreen. You have to do both, but it helps to protect. It's like an added layer. So reduces oxidative stress in the skin, yes. Promotes skin elasticity, yes please. Enhances collagen production and hydration. I'll take it. I want all of it. Nicotinamide enhances DNA repair, reduces risk of non-melanoma skin cancers, reduces risk of non-melanoma skin cancers. That's because it helps protect your skin from the sun. It's like that added bonus, right? Reduces inflammation and supports a clear complexion. Hyaluronic acid hydrates from within, plumps skin, antioxidants. It's like an antioxidant skin shield. This actually has collagen peptides in it, microdose collagen peptides. So it's not a lot. It doesn't take the place of the best one on the market, but it's in there and it tastes great and you stick it in a big thing of water. It's the simplest thing. So that it has that. And vitamin C protects skin from oxidative stress, reduces appearance of wrinkles, improves skin elasticity, aids in collagen. That's what vitamin C does. Listen to that. Vitamin C alone protects skin from oxidative stress, reduces appearance of wrinkles, improves skin elasticity, aids in collagen production. If you're not getting enough vitamin C, I know it's not the fancy longevity supplements, but that is effective. Start getting more vitamin C or eat vitamin C rich foods. Glutathione is also in here. Powerful antioxidant, brightens skin complexion, protects skin damage, adds luminous glow. And I'm not getting sponsored by them. They did sponsor the Live Young Healthy Aging Retreat, but I went after them because I had 26 women out in the sun for 4 days. And I'm like, I need this. So everybody got this in their gift bag, but it's only because I've been using it for years. I love it. It works. It's effective. Okay, moving on. I know we're getting close. Oh, that's it. That's the end. Okay, everybody, let's just recap really quickly. Let me see if there's any other questions. Hold on one second. You guys, next week on Saturday, so next Instagram Live, I'm doing a full microneedling session on my entire face with the Dr. Pen M8S. If you are on the fence about microneedling or you're like, I want to do that with you, Darnell, join me at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Next Saturday, and I'm going to do a full face microneedle. And if you get your device in time, you can microneedle right along with me. I'm going to go over everything. How do you put the thing in? How do you put the cartridge in? How many needles of the cartridge do you need? What is the depth that you do on different body parts? I'm going to go through all of it right along with everything that's in this microneedling free protocol. So that's next Saturday at 12. And like I said, if you want to get your device before I do that, you can do that from my linked tree. You can also do that by just commenting microneedle on any post that I did. Okay, that's all I think I got. Recap a little bit. We can recap a little bit. Dry brushing was number 1 because that's the first thing that you would do in the morning. Followed by vitamin C, full body vitamin C, helps with pigmentation, helps with a lot, just little imperfections. Use it every day, and I kid you not, after a month, you are going to tell the difference. You're going to be able to tell the difference. Red light therapy, non-negotiable for me. It's a part of my daily life. Fine lines and wrinkles, skin tone and texture, increased circulation, a lot going on, including the big panels. So I do both. I do the big panels in the morning. I do this various times throughout the day. Next to the red and near infrared, green, like I said, is my favorite spectrum because it's sunspots, it's age spots, it's discoloration, it's hyperpigmentation, it's all those things that make us look splotchy as we get older. Sorry again, it's the device called Dr. Pen. It's the Dr. Pen M8. I'm gonna scroll, maybe I just keep on that same. How many tea bags do I use? That's so interesting. I use one matcha tea bag in a whole big thing of water. The temperature of the water should not be boiling because you will burn the tea, but it's a little bit more than that. I think it's like 178 degrees or something like that. I'll have to look on my tea kettle. And I brew the whole thing in there for a long period of time. So I'm getting all of those polyphenols out of the matcha. 12 o'clock Central or Pacific Standard Time. Did she mention what tea she drinks? I like Rishi organic matcha. It's a big tea bag. I stick it all in a big thermos and I drink out of that. I pour that thermos into my cup and literally I drink 40 ounces of green tea every morning. Great for your skin, you guys. Yeah, one tea bag. Okay. Your mask looks so comfortable. It really is. I'll tell you why. That's a good thing to say. Look, when you take this off, I want to show you how thin this mask is. I was comparing it to the Omnilux a little while ago. This is like the thinnest mask on the market right now. And it's silicone and it's super comfortable. Only one of these big things, you literally stick your head in it and stick it on. And then you put this charges separately and you stick this on and you're on you can change the color this way or you just take it off. Oh, let me get over to green again. Stick it back on. I mean, it's the simplest thing. It's super, super, super lightweight, more coverage than the Omnilux, which is my biggest competitor in terms of like price and all of that stuff. And I was an affiliate marketer for Omnilux for a long time. That's how I knew how to make a better red light therapy mask. It's not just about red and near infrared, you guys. Green, like I said, green is for anti-aging. You'd be shocked at how much skin spots and skin discoloration, the tone makes you look older, right? If you can brighten the skin tone either with vitamin C or with green light and red light, that is like, honestly, your skin will be next level. This, you guys, you can see what I've done with Marsha's skin. I didn't do it. Marsha did it herself, but she followed along. This is Marsha at 60. You can see the texture, all of that stuff. This is Marsha a year later at 61. That's a giant difference. This is not plastic surgery. This is just what I just taught you. And yeah, we do different things for the skin, for the face, like radio frequency. I don't do radio frequency on the body, but there's different things here. But this is effective topical skincare in the right order, the right type of active ingredients. Microneedling. Marsha was microneedling every single Sunday, different body parts. She literally laminated this. I don't know if you could see it. That's what gave me the idea to laminate my calendar and put it up here because Marsha did it and she followed along. So she's kind of my star student. And she helped me actually teach the skincare labs at the Live Young Healthy Aging retreat that I had a couple months ago. But yeah, her skin, she has reverse aged her skin. So we talked about, yeah, my mask is next level in terms of comfort, convenience, ease of putting on, light spectrum, science behind it, all of that stuff. You can get this for 15% off if you use the code LiveYoung15. I don't have that written down anywhere, but you guys are here. So you're here, so I'm just gonna give you that code. LiveYoung15, all one word, LiveYoung15. You can get to this by commenting red light on any post. You can get to this through my Linktree. You can get to this through the website, Live Young Lifestyle, where you can get all of the free protocols as well. Okay, so we talked about all of that. Retinoids, all of these things, you can just comment one thing. This is free chemical guidebook on my website, free microneedling protocol. We talked about all of that stuff, how to find the best retinoid for you. That's all there. Let's see if there was anything else. We talked about the Joves. Oh, if you guys are interested in this device, just comment the word Joves, Jovs, on any post that I made, and you'll then check your DMs because the little robot will send you a link for this, a discount link. This is for sunspots, hyperpigmentation, brown spots, just clearing up the complexion as well as shrinking pores. Really quite unbelievable. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. We kind of went through everything. We didn't get to show the foam rolling, but we did talk about supplements. Again, you can comment collagen. You can comment supplements on anything, or just go to liveyounglifestyle.com. And then the SunPowder too. Oh my gosh. If you want a replay of this entire show with my show notes, with the clickable links for everything that I talked about, literally, what you'll get is like my show notes that show you everything with clickable links and a replay for this whole 1 hour live. The easiest way to do that is to join the newsletter. And that you can go to liveyounglifestyle.com. It'll prompt you right away to join that newsletter. And then make sure that you check your spam so that it's in the right place. Does that make sense, everybody? Yeah, so you can go on that, or you can also go on the link tree. But then on Tuesday, so today's Saturday, if you do that and join the newsletter on Tuesday, you'll have this whole live show, plus my show notes, plus the links to all of these free guidebooks and protocols in one place in your inbox, sitting there waiting for you. So that's all I got. I'll see you guys next Saturday, where I'm going to microneedle my entire face live. All right. I'm going to answer a couple more questions. We're way over. Will dry brushing tattoos damage the tattoo? It will not, as long as it's fully healed, right? Like, you're going to be exfoliating your whole life, hopefully. If you learned something here, we need to keep doing that to create younger, not only younger looking, but younger functioning skin. That's the goal, right? If we want our brains to function like they did when we were 20, and we want our muscles, we want to build that muscle mass, and we want really dense bones, and we want our blood sugar level to be great, why wouldn't we also want our skin to be great, right? It's our biggest organ by far, and it is that organ that we present to the world. So I would suggest, don't just present this to the world, but everything, right? You don't want to cram for your finals every time you have to be on a beach in a bikini. It's an ongoing process, and it doesn't take a lot of time, and it doesn't take a lot of effort. It just takes the know-how, and then to strategically place things where you're going to use them. That's it. Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your Saturday. I will see you next Saturday for live microneedling of your full face. Get your device first. You guys will microneedle together. Just comment microneedling on any post, and let's do it together. That'd be so fun. Okay, see you next week, everybody.